right. Bakkt has just released the most bullish podcast that I've heard in a long time. This is a podcast recommendation. I wanted to share this with you because I listened to all 40 minutes of this and it gave me chills. The future is digital, my friends. The future is digital. And if there's any question about that, take a listen to exactly what Bakkt is doing. And this is what I recommend. If there's somebody in your life that is skeptical about Bitcoin or skeptical about cryptocurrencies, send them this link. Send them this podcast. And then ask them, hey, would the Intercontinental Exchange, the parent company of 12 other financial exchanges, including the New York Stock Exchange, which is the largest stock exchange on the planet, would they really be spending hundreds of millions of dollars creating infrastructure for Bitcoin and cryptocurrency if cryptocurrency was going to zero? Come on. I don't think so. You need to check this out. It just got released within the week, so it's current information. It's the CEO of ICE and the CEO of Bakkt. They're going over exactly what they're doing, including working with Starbucks to make Bitcoin a real means of everyday payment. And by the way, this is coming off the heels of this recent news. I don't know if you saw this. 2 U.S. lawmakers, 2 members of the House of Representatives, are trying to appeal current crypto tax code. And one of the things that they're doing is they're trying to make it so sending cryptocurrencies isn't a taxable event, which is obviously something that needs to happen if we're going to see cryptocurrencies gain adoption as a means of peer-to-peer payment. And this is good. This is something I'm going to follow. But specifically in this first proposal, they say any crypto purchase under $600 wouldn't be a taxable event. So that's pretty interesting. Anyways, let me give you a taste and you tell me if this doesn't want to make you listen and watch this whole thing. Check this out.
From the library of the New York Stock Exchange at the corner of Wall and Broad Streets in New York City, you're inside the Ice House, our podcast from Intercontinental Exchange on markets, leadership, and vision in global business. The dream drivers that have made the NYSE an indispensable institution of global growth for over 225 years. Each week, we feature stories of those who hatch plans, create jobs, and harness the engine of capitalism. Right here, right now at the NYSE and at ICE's 12 exchanges and 6 clearinghouses around the world. And now welcome inside the Ice House. Here's your host, Josh King of Intercontinental Exchange.
As we close the books on a great first year of Ice House podcasts, 2018 has brought its share of surprises, none less than the brutal bear market for Bitcoin. As I record this, the price of one Bitcoin stands below $4,000, a far cry from where it stood at its height a year ago, then scratching 20 grand. For those who got in over the last year, buying your Bitcoin in whatever manner worked for you, here's hoping 2019 will begin the road back. But what if you're a major player in Bitcoin, perhaps the industry's most anticipated institutional solution, and price agnostic? When you open for business, which Bakkt will do, pending regulatory approval under the leadership of CEO Kelly Loeffler, it doesn't really matter where the price is, as long as those who want to actually put Bitcoin to work can now seamlessly buy, sell, store, and spend it. This is the profound promise of crypto. Not so much an investment to buy and hold, but rather a currency to use to buy and sell. Like the dollars in your wallet, the value of a buck relative to other assets may nudge up and down over time, but its real purpose is to give to someone else to get stuff you want. And while Bakkt is quick to remind those who followed the venture, hatched by Intercontinental Exchange since it was first announced that it was working with Starbucks, inspiring all those tweets about buying a mocha frappuccino with now 0.002 of a Bitcoin, you can do the math. Equally exciting is pondering friction-free peer-to-peer exchange involving massive movements of value within a secure digital asset warehouse.
All right. These are exciting times, my friends. And by the way, if you want to be a part of a channel that posts daily cryptocurrency videos, keeping you up to date with everything going on in the cryptocurrency space. Join the team, subscribe to Altcoin Daily. We do try and provide you with a lot of value. So you definitely need to check out this podcast. Other things that they go over, they go over exactly what Bakkt is doing. There's an interviewer, and he asks them such questions as, hey, you guys are pretty old. Can you really innovate this? What exactly is Starbucks doing? And also, do you see Coinbase as a competitor? Those are just a few of the questions. I liked what they had to say about Coinbase. They said, although Coinbase is technically a competitor, as one of us succeeds, it should legitimize the industry, causing us both to succeed. And there's many more questions. This is a must listen and realize something. Understand their thought process. Bitcoin and cryptocurrency as an industry has yet to boom. The future is digital, and they plan to make money in cryptocurrency for years to come, if not decades to come. So this isn't some pump and dump, And Bakkt is the company that can do this. Keep in mind, ICE, the parent company, they revolutionized the New York Stock Exchange. They lifted the New York Stock Exchange into the computer age by digitizing them. So they're pretty with it. And listen, I understand that there's a lot of people in cryptocurrency who maybe don't want these institutions coming in. And I get that. My overall excitement is just because, as an investor, the plain and simple truth is, as this stuff gets going, as these institutions come in, that's going to cause a lot more demand, and that means the price is going to rise. In other news, check this out. The blockchain market is booming. The fastest growing job industry of 2018 was blockchain industry. The cryptocurrency market has had a bearish run for almost a year, and most major cryptocurrencies have lost over 80% of their value when compared to their all-time highs. Now, despite this massive drop, interest in blockchain-based careers are growing fast. According to a recent report released by LinkedIn, the fastest growing job industry of 2018 was the blockchain industry. So here's their data. The number of job vacancies on LinkedIn for blockchain-related jobs increased from roughly 600 in 2016 to more than 13,200 in 2018, which is a rise of 2,200% in 2 years. According to a Computer World study, an average blockchain developer earns over $140,000 per year, making them some of the most well-paid software engineers on the market. So you can see that the demand is out there, they pay well, people want these jobs. Also, a Lightning Network update. We reported to you a couple weeks ago that the Lightning Network has seen 16,000% growth this year, and at the time, they passed 450 Bitcoin capacity. Well, now they have 500 Bitcoin capacity, and the network is growing at roughly 6% per week, which is good. Obviously, the Lightning Network still has a long way to go, but it's growth like this, which is a great fundamental sign. And lastly, cryptocurrency OTC transaction volume has skyrocketed in 2018. According to the data, OTC crypto markets have seen a considerable rise, while trades on cryptocurrency exchanges this year have witnessed a significant fall. So we don't need to get into the details. You know this, that despite volume on exchanges being low, as far as over-the-counter trades and over-the-counter buys, it has never been higher, according to a lot of data. Anyways, that is it for me, my friends. This is Aaron at Altcoin Daily. I wanted to recommend this podcast. Make sure you check it out. It's 38 minutes long, but it's really, really good. And on the podcast, this is it's called the Ice House. It's conversations with leaders, entrepreneurs, and visionaries. And what they normally have is traditional financial Wall Street people. So, they don't usually cover Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. So that in itself is a great thing, because there's going to be tons of financial people who listen to this podcast and get a whole new insight on Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. All right, so right now we've seen a little bit of a dip in the market after 10% growth from Bitcoin. Dipped a little bit. Bitcoin is now 3,900. XRP is 35 cents. Ethereum is still over $100, $109, and Stellar 11 cents. Litecoin $30, Cardano 4 cents. That's it for me, my friends. This is Aaron at Altcoin Daily signing out.